Hey everyone, Regina here from StarterPPC. This is one of our newest clients. They just went live about 3 weeks ago, and we can already see that the performance has gone way up. I don't have their media efficiency ratio yet for their total business, so I can't tell you with certainty what they're getting as far as returns as a whole. But inside of the dashboard in Google Ads, I can already see that the return on ad spend is reporting an 83% increase. Okay, that's a really big increase to have kind of overnight. And the way that we achieved this is we took over one of their campaigns, but we launched another campaign that's helping that campaign to succeed. This ties right back to the whole question of what do you do when your budget is extremely limited and you know that you can't just promote all your products, but you also know that if you just promote a few of your products, you're hurting the performance as far as remarketing, and you're leaving opportunities on the table that could be wildly profitable. Okay, so this is kind of going to be a happy medium between focusing on your high margin best selling products and promoting your entire store as a whole, right? So it's some happy medium in between, because our budget is too limited to promote all the products as a whole, right? If you want to promote all your products in your store, you have to make sure that you have such a velocity of sales that the Google algorithm can afford to take a good chunk of your budget, put it towards testing products that haven't been shown yet or haven't found their little niche pocket that's gonna work for that product, and get enough clicks on each of its tests that it's able to build its knowledge, right? But if you only have depending on how much your cost per clicks are, if you only have a few clicks a day, it's not smart to just throw all your products at the algorithm. So here is but then you have the opposite problem, right? Where you restrict your promotion, all your ads to just your favorite 5 products. And the reason why this isn't ideal is because there's a lot of reasons. Let me see if I can sum this up. One reason might be that people who are searching for those 5 products and then go to the store decide not to buy that product. They want something else, and it might take them a few days to actually make this sale, right? Most businesses, it does take a few days for people to decide to actually come back and purchase. And since you don't have the other products being promoted, the other products that they looked at while they were on the store, you're not doing any remarketing on the products that they ended up actually being interested in. Okay. Another reason is you could find that out of all your other products, there's one that gets really good, cheap impulse clicks to the site. And then from there, people are upselling and buying your highest margin best-selling product, right? But because you don't know which product that is and you're not promoting that product, you're just not getting enough traffic to the site that can then be upsold, because people might not be searching in a high amount of people for your top 5 products. Usually those tend to be highly competitive products as well. So this is a great strategy for someone with a limited budget. Let me just pause and say, even though I'm using e-commerce as an example here, this same concept would apply to a lead gen business who's also limited by budget, right? So let's say you have 3 services, but one of them is the most profitable. You would apply this same strategy. So you're going to focus on that service while also still promoting the other 2 services with a lower budget in a more restrictive way to make sure that the performance is there. Okay, let me minimize my face and I'll show you guys in around the account. So this is a success story basically, because we took over the account and we're immediately seeing increases. We love it when that happens. So here you can see this square says StarterPPC takes over management the week of July 27th. We have return on ad spend in blue, and we have cost in red. And you can see the cost didn't really change much. I'm gonna compare date ranges in a second so you can see exactly how much the cost changed, how much the ROAS changed. But the ROAS went way up. Okay, now how do we do this? Let's take a look. We took over management on July 26th. So I'm going to go July 26th until, let's do yesterday, whole days. And then we'll compare it to the previous period of equal amounts of days. Okay. Oh, the compare did not stick. Let's try again. Okay. So first of all, we can see cost went up only 6%. So basically cost stayed the same. I always start by looking at cost because because when you change the spend, that has the biggest influence on the performance of the ads than anything else you could do. That and like seasonality or like major website redesigns, right? Those are like usually those will affect the performance more than any change we could make, like adding a new campaign or adjusting the bid strategy. So cost didn't change, which is good. It makes it a little easier for us to look at. ROAS, as I mentioned, went up 83%, went up from 248 to 255. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, this is an e-commerce business that sells B2C products that, let's see, have an average order value of about... Hi there, quick interruption. Do you know the main thing that prevents small business owners from getting their Google Ads account into a position to grow and scale? Budget. A lot of businesses, especially those that are just starting out, have limited budgets. And so because of this, they're turned away by most ad agencies because most ad agencies have minimum budget thresholds that they're willing to work with. So what happens is the business owners end up learning Google Ads themselves. And the problem with that is that most of the advice online is geared towards larger accounts. And the advice doesn't have any of those strategies or tricks that can kickstart the algorithm into giving a small account a leg up over larger competitors. So it often just doesn't work and the business just ends up losing money month over month. If this sounds familiar, StarterPPC can help. We offer Google Ads management services that are designed for accounts that have between $1,000 and $5,000 budgets. And because all of our clients are just starting out, we've come up with ways to keep our management fees significantly lower than most agencies. Because we know that every dollar saved on management fees just goes towards the ad budget, which is going to help the algorithm gather speed and power. So if you're serious about growing your business and you'd like a team of Google Ads experts to help you without breaking the bank, check us out at starterppc.com. Okay, back to the video. 188, 145. Oh, interesting. Average order value went up 29% too. Interesting. I don't exactly know what caused that, but we could theorize. Let's come back to that. Okay, so this campaign here, this is a full PMAX campaign, which means it's a performance max campaign that has assets in it, right? We've given it all the ad copy. We've given it as many images that we can, lifestyle images, ideally, not just product images. Yes, it has the product feed, of course, except we've given it some videos too. The thing about this campaign is that it's a high margin products or best-selling products only campaign. Now, this was true even when the clients came to us. We actually basically just took this campaign over and renamed it in our name. We didn't make too many changes to it. Okay, I think we added 1 or 2 products based on feedback we got from the client, but we did not change too much. We might have swapped out a few headlines if we found some that our copywriters wrote that we liked better, but nothing that's kind of going to cause nominal changes, nothing that you can see. Now, when the client came to us, they said, we only want to promote these products. These are the ones that are most profitable for us. And they knew their budget was very restricted, right? Let's see, their monthly spend, their monthly budget is $4,100. US dollars. Is that right? US dollars? Yeah. So we said to them, what we would like to experiment with is promoting all the products except with a restrictive budget on the high margin, non bestsellers, right? So what we did is we set up a PMAX campaign that's feed only, right? So this is a campaign. All it has is the product feed. It's like a smart shopping campaign because we haven't given it any ad copy. We haven't given it any images. All it has is the images from the feed, right? So it can do shopping ads or it can do display remarketing using the product information only, like title and product image and description, but it can't do much else. And what we've done is we've restricted it, right? So 79% $78 a day on the high margin campaign, but still $30 a day on the feed only campaign. And what I think is interesting is, so here you can see, this campaign got started, this feed only, all products. Actually, I think this campaign has all products except for the high margin products. So we basically split the products into two different campaigns: feed only with restricted budget, and then, yeah. So here we've started spending money on the feed only campaign. We actually spent a tiny bit less on the full PMAX, but not a huge change in budget, only 9% less. And that was just to make room for some of the other campaigns. And here's what I find interesting is, not only is the feed only campaign bringing in a 400% return almost, which is crazy high, you guys, but usually that happens when you have a very restricted budget on a bunch of products. What happens is the algorithm finds it to be very easy to kind of just scoop up the bottom of the barrel and get some conversions and get a high return. It does not mean that you should increase the budget in that campaign, right? You can try incrementally increasing it, but just because it's getting a high return doesn't mean it's going to continue getting a high return when you start to increase, when you start throwing budget at it. I would recommend no more than a 20% month over month increase on this campaign, as well as all campaigns. Okay, here's the part I find interesting. I keep coming back to this. The PMAX high margin, full PMAX high margin bestsellers campaign, the performance here went up, right? So ROAS went up by 50% in this campaign. Why is this? It's because they feed off of each other, right? So this campaign now has users on the website viewing the best-selling products, even though the people that clicked on ads to get there, many of them were looking at other products, maybe lower priced products, less competitive products, right? Products in the all the, in the ads that we don't really want to be pushing, but we want to kind of use it to bring people to the site. I hope I'm making sense. So you kind of have to look at the account holistically, because campaigns, they do interact with each other, right? Don't even get me started on brand, because we added a brand campaign, which is helping as well because of attribution. And if anything, this campaign is taking attribution away from the other campaigns. So actually, I think if this brand campaign didn't exist, then the performance on this campaign would be even higher than 50% increase, because it's probably that the algorithm's now attributing some of the conversions to brand if the last click that came through was someone searching for the business name, even though they interacted with a PMAX campaign, a product ad first. I'm curious to see something. Yeah, just as I suspected, you guys. Okay, so cost per click on the all products campaign is only $1, whereas in the high margin best-selling campaign, it's $1.45. That is a lot of money compared to $1, right? That's closer to double than anything. So this kind of confirms my suspicion that this campaign is doing a great job of getting some people that think they want a lower priced product. They come to the site, they start looking around, and those best-selling products are sitting right there, right? Now we can remarket to them in the full PMAX with the high margin products that they just looked at, try to get them back in. Let's see if the conversion rate went up on that campaign. Oh my gosh, conversion rate went up 227%. So that's definitely what's happening. So 0.6% conversion rate up to a 2.02 conversion rate. And again, it's from this campaign feeding cheap leads that can then be upsold into this campaign. So don't underestimate the power of, yes, focusing on your high margin campaigns, but still letting the rest of your store be promoted, and have remarketing going for all products, you guys. Because if someone views a product, you definitely want to show them that product and have it follow them around the internet. It will increase the conversion rate like crazy, like we just saw. And average order value, which I mentioned earlier in the video, went up 8% on the existing full PMAX high margin bestsellers campaign. Why? Because of that upsell opportunity, right? It's because people are coming in looking for the product that they thought they wanted to buy, being upsold to another product, which looks like oftentimes it is those best-selling products. So, lesson learned: don't restrict your ads. Even though you do still want to focus on your favorite products when your budget is limited. Now, someday, if you have $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month, and your budget, you can just go hard on all the products, and you don't have to worry about splitting campaigns or focusing on one over the other, because the algorithm is just going to figure out what works at that velocity. Everything's easy. It's when you have smaller budgets that things are hard, and you have to come up with secret hacks and workarounds to try to get the algorithm to do what you want it to do, because it just doesn't have the data that it needs to make decisions for you. So that's that. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been informative. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, Regina here with StarterPPC. Someone posted a comment on another video that I made. The video was called Grow the Google Ads Algorithm Like a Muscle, and it has a picture of me going like this, showing my muscles. And it talks, in that video, we talk